week's equipment class. For today's class, you're just going to need a mat, a headrest, a circular cushion, 2 light weights, a looped band, and then just a long band as well, and then either a foam roller or a small ball, just for some of the bridges to make them a bit harder. So we'll get started off on the hands and knees, just with the warm-up. So knees directly under your hips, hands are directly under your shoulders, starting off by dropping the rib cage down, arching the back, and looking up in front. And then rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees, keeping the chin tucked in. Dropping the rib cage down, arching the back, looking up in front. And rounding out the spine, looking down between the knees. Again, dropping the rib cage down, getting a nice stretch in the back, looking up. And rounding out the spine all the way, looking down between the knees. And then coming back to a neutral back, we're going to twist the left leg out to the side, looking to the left. Back to the center, right leg out to the side, look to the right. And the left leg. Good, and the right. And the left. And the right. And then we're just going to grab a light weight in the left hand. And we're going to do just a mobility exercise called thread the needle. So you don't need a weight for this, it's optional. It just makes it a little bit harder if you're holding a light weight. So holding it in the left hand, we're going to scoop the left hand down towards the right hip. Get a nice stretch. Opening up, twisting the body through the thoracic spine. Getting some rotation. We're going to do that 4 more times. So reaching across to the right hip, twisting up. And 3 more. 2, and last one. And then switching sides, so into the right hand, holding a light weight, scooping that right hand down towards the left hip, feeling the stretch behind the shoulder blade, opening out, rotating through the thoracic spine. Good, reaching out, feeling the stretch, opening it up. It's okay if the left elbow bends as you go down, just to give you a little bit more range of motion. Good, so really reaching. We have 2 more. Really good for the mid-back. And last one. And then you can keep that light weight for the next one if you want to make it harder. Otherwise, you can put it to the side. We're going to tuck the hips gently under, bring the belly button towards the spine, straighten out the right leg behind, and the left arm in front. And then small circles with the arm and leg, keeping the body as still as possible. And lower down. Straighten out the left leg behind, switch the weight to the right hand, and straighten out the right arm. And then small circles, keeping the back nice and flat. Keep looking down towards the mat. And lower. Again, holding the weight in the left hand if you want to make it harder. Shift all the way to the right. Straighten out the left leg and the left arm. And then we're going to bring the left arm out to the side and back in front. Out to the side, back in front for 3 more. Keep the hips level. 2 and 1. Good. Lower down. Shifting the weight to the left side and then straighten out the right leg and the right arm. Holding that weight in the right hand. Right hand out to the side for 1, 2. Keep the hips level. Good. 3, 4, and 1 more. Good. Lower down. We'll put the weight to the side for now. Dig the toes underneath. Pinch the shoulders back and down. Lift the hips up. Bring the right hand to the left shoulder. Left hand to the right shoulder. If you find that hard to tap the shoulder, just lift the hand up a few inches off the mat. Otherwise, try to do a few shoulder taps for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Pinch the shoulders back, lift the knees up, lift up the right foot and the left foot. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Last one on the right, last one on the left. And lower down. Then we'll come onto our backs. And head on the headrest if you have one. Imprinting the spine. And bringing the legs into tabletop. Keeping the spine imprinted, tap the right foot down, and then the left. nice soft taps. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Gradually tapping a little bit further away. For 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze the legs together, tapping both feet down. Good, we have 5 more. Try to tap a little bit further if you can. 3, 2, and last one. Lower down. Then we'll grab the resistance band, and we'll bring the feet through the band, bring it just up to above the knees. And we'll start by imprinting the spine. Bring the knees apart nice and wide, and back together. Apart and together. Good, really keeping the spine imprinted the whole time. Keep the ribs tucked down. 3, 2, 1, and then we'll grab a ball or roller. If you don't have one, that's okay. Just leave the feet down on the mat. 2 feet on the roller. Arms down by your side. Bit of tension. Imprint the spine. Lift the hips up. Squeezing the glutes at the top. Lowering down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Then last to hit is the tailbone. Again, imprinting, lifting up, and slowly lowering down. Imprint and lift, and lower. Imprint and lift, and lower. Keeping tension in the band the whole time. Good, 4 more. 3, keep the shoulders relaxed. 2, and last one. Keep the hips up, bring the knees apart together for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Elbows on the mat, hands on the rib cage. Keeping tension, imprint the spine, lift the hips up, and lower. Imprint and lift, lower, imprint and lift, and lower. So this shouldn't be painful in your back at all. You should be feeling this in your glutes, maybe in the core, and you might feel a little bit in the hamstrings. But if this is painful in your back, it shouldn't be. Make sure you're imprinting and lifting and not using the back muscles. So you don't want to arch at all. Good, 2 more. Last one, we're going to keep the hips up again. Right knee out to the side, left knee, left, right, left. Keep the hips up nice and high. Right, left, left. Last one on the right, last one on the left, and lower down. Then we'll cross the arms across the chest. Shoulders are relaxed again. Keeping tension, imprint, lifting up, and lower. Imprint and lift. Lower down. If you need to bring the elbows down for a bit of balance, that's okay. Good, we have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Keep the hips up. We're going to do 10 pulses for 1, 2, 3. Squeeze the glutes. Keep the knees out nice and wide. 7, 8, 9, 10. And lower down. We'll put the roller out of the way. Bend the knees. Imprint the spine. Bring the legs to tabletop. Pull the legs apart nice and wide and back together. Keeping the legs parallel. Making sure those feet aren't flaring out like this. So keep the ankles and the knees the same distance apart. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs up. Bring the right leg out to the side and the left leg. Make sure the hips don't move. So you can put your hands on your hips, on your hip bones. Good. Right, left, right, left. Last one on the right, last one on the left. Bend the knees, rest the feet down. Imprint the spine, straighten out the right leg. Keeping the left leg as still as possible, drop that right leg out to the side and back together. So it should be really smooth movement. Out to the side together, out to the side together. Good, you can even put your hands on your hips, make sure that they're not moving. For 3, 2, and 1. Bend the right leg, straighten up the left leg out to the side, and back together. Out to the side, together. Again, keeping that right leg as still as possible. Good, we have 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, rest the feet down. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop. We're bringing the band down around the ankles just for the last few. Pull the legs apart and back together. Good, again, keeping the shins parallel, keeping the legs in tabletop. Make sure your legs aren't way up here like this or drifting away from you. That's harder on the low back. So make sure that they're just at 90 degrees. For 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the legs up. Twist the feet out slightly. You can keep a slight bend in the knees if you need to. Good, apart together, shoulders relax, apart together. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping tension, lower the legs and lift them back up. Again, if you want to make this harder, tucking the chin into the chest, keeping tension. Good, and then hold it at the bottom for 1, 2, legs apart together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bend the knees. Taking the band off, putting it to the side. I'll give you a quick rest before we move on to the circle. So grab your circular cushion just to have it ready. You can even use a rolled up towel or jumper or whatever you have. Then we'll imprint the spine, bring it just above the knees. Again, keeping the legs parallel. We're going to squeeze nice and tight and relax. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. Squeeze and relax. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the circle squeeze. Slowly relax. 1, 2, 3, squeeze. 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 Last 1, 2, 3, squeeze. 10 quick squeezes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest the feet down. Grab the circle. Give the legs a quick rest. So with the band, we're targeting the outer thigh muscles, the glute med. With the circle, we're getting the inner thigh muscles. It also gets the pelvic floor as well. Imprint the spine. Circle just above the knees. Squeeze the circle nice and tight. Straighten out that right leg. Keeping that left leg still. Right leg slowly goes out to the side and back together. Out to the side together. You can also lift the hips up for this as well. Just really want to focus on keeping that left leg nice and still so the right leg is doing all the work. Good, we have 6 more. Make sure that hip isn't lifting or rolling out to the side. 3, 2, 1. Bend the right leg. Then we'll squeeze the circle. Same thing on the left. Straighten up that left leg. Out to the side, nice and slow. Back together. Again, keeping that right leg completely still. Make sure that right hip isn't lifting. Staying in contact with the mat. The spine's imprinted. Nice, slow and controlled movement. Good, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Then we'll grab the roller or a ball. Or as well, just keeping the feet down on the mat, whichever you have. Put the 2 feet on whichever you have. Circle just above the knees. Then we're going to bring the hands down by the side. Squeeze the circle nice and tight. Imprint the spine. Lift the hips up. So we're going to do the same pattern that we did with the band. So every time at the end of the set, we're going to add something in at the top. Imprint and lift. And lower. Again, making sure you're imprinting before you lift. Good. Lifting up. We have 3 more. And 2 more. And last one. Keep the hips up. Bring the knees apart together. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the hips up. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower down. Give the legs a rest for a second. Then circle just above the knees, elbows on the mat, hands on the rib cage. If you want to make it harder, you can cross the arms as well. Imprint, lifting up and lower. Keep the circle squeezed the whole time. And lower, imprint and lift. And lower, imprint and lift. And lower, lift, and lower. 3 more, keep the hips up at the end. 2, last one, keep the hips up, right leg out to the side, left leg out to the side, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, last one on the right, last one on the left, lower down. Hope they're starting to feel that in the inner thighs. I know I am. 1 more here. And just like with the band, we're just going to do pulses at the end. So cross the arms if you can. Shoulders relaxed. Squeeze the circle. Imprint and lift. And lower. Good. Imprint and lift. And lower. Trying to get the full hip extension at the top. Imprint and lift. Lower. Imprint and lift. Good. We have 4 more. 3, 2, last one, hold it up, squeeze the circle. We have 10 pulses, just lifting the hips up just a few inches. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower down. Put the roller or ball to the side again if you have one. Then just a few more here with the circle. Legs to tabletop, circle between the ankles. Squeeze the circle nice and tight and relax. So shoulders are relaxed. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Straighten the legs up and squeeze and relax. Really keeping that spine imprinted. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grab the circle. Put the circle to the side. And then if you want to make the next one harder, grab a weight in each hand. We're going to just do 100 here. So if you want to hold weights, it's good for the arms. So bring the legs in a tabletop. Squeeze the legs together. Chin to the chest, rolling forward. Start to beat the arms for in 2, 3, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the chin tucked to the chest. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. In 2, 4, 5. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Out 2, 3, 4, 5. Resting down. Then we'll bring the weights just behind us here. We'll leave them back there for the roll-ups. And then we'll just do a few exercises for the lower abdominals. So imprinting the spine, pushing the belly button down towards the mat, floating the legs up to tabletop, straightening the legs up, and small flutter kicks. If you want to make them harder, tucking the chin to the chest. So the bigger the kicks are, the harder. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Resting down. Imprint the spine, legs to tabletop, straightening the legs up, slide the legs to the right and to the left, letting them slide on each other. Making sure the hips aren't lifting or rolling, so the hips stay still, just the legs are moving. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Hands behind the head, legs to tabletop, chin to the chest, going forward, elbows and knees in together, knees and elbows apart, in together and apart. So try to kick a bit lower if you can. Make it a bit harder. Good, we have 3, 2 more. Last one, hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. And imprint the spine. Bring the legs to tabletop. Straighten up the right leg only. Small circles with the right leg. Keeping the left leg still. Gradually making the circles bigger. More oval shaped. Good. And bend the right leg, straighten up the left. Small circles on the left. Gradually making them bigger. For 3, 2, and 1. Straighten the legs out. Grab weights if you want to make it harder. Reaching the arms out behind you. Arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders pinched. Slowly rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Reaching back, arms forward, chin to chest, rolling up. And then remember, just modified version, you're just going halfway and coming back up. So whichever you're able to do. And rolling up. If you're having bad sciatica or any disc issues, sometimes it's better just to do the modified roll-ups. Good. And rolling up. And down. If you want to make it harder, reaching up. And rolling down. Good. Rolling up. And down. And we have 3 more. Keeping the legs heavy on the mat. 2 more. And last one. Good, and we'll stay in sitting. And then if you have a resistance band, if you have a looped one that you're able to untie, just to make it into a long one like this. Otherwise, you can just hold on to the 2 weights. We're just gonna do some seated rows for the back. So bring the band just around the feet. Sit up nice and tall. Good, pulling back, squeeze the shoulders together and slowly release. Pull back, squeeze, and release. Keep the shoulders back and down. Don't let them come up like this. Good, pulling back, squeeze, release. Good, and don't let the back round. Make sure you're not slouching like this. Make sure you're sitting really straight. We have 3 more. 2, and 1. Good, palms up, pulling straight back. Bringing the biceps into it a bit more. This is called a supinated row. That's just when the palms are facing up. Squeezing back. Keeping the elbows close to the body still. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And then last set of rows. Palms are down, so now we're pronated. And then you're gonna pull back, squeeze the shoulders, and release. Good. Coming up a little bit higher. Getting more of the posterior deltoids, so that's the shoulder muscle here. And then getting more of the mid-back, the mid-traps. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then we're just going to do a few exercises for the feet as well. So if you don't have a band, you could just go through the motion without a band. But if you do have a band, we're just going to do some toe curls. So we'll do the right foot first. So place the band around so that all the toes are covered. Spread the toes nice and wide, and we're going to curl the toes and relax. Good. Curl and relax. So just working all those muscles that you use every day to walk. So all the plantar muscles underneath your foot. Good. 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to curl, point, release the toes, release the foot. Curl the toes, point the foot, release the toes, release the foot. These are really good if you're having any sort of foot pain, or they're really beneficial for plantar fasciitis. They help to build up the muscles around the arch and around the foot. A lot of times they could be really weak. Good, release and release. So we have 3 more. Curl the toes, point the foot, release the toes, release the foot. And last one. Good. You need a little bit of coordination with that one. It could be a bit confusing. So now we'll switch to the left. So, and remember, if you don't have a band, that's okay. Just go through the motions without a band. So spread the toes nice and wide, creating tension in the band. Bend the toes and relax. Curl the toes and relax. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And then bend the toes, point the foot, release the toes, release the foot. Bend the toes, point the foot, release the toes, release the foot. Good. Once you get into a rhythm of it, it's a bit easier. Try to be nice and controlled as you come back. Don't let the foot just flick back. Good. Bend, point, release, release. Perfect. We have 3 more. Point, release, release. Last one. Release and release. Perfect. And then we're just going to bend the right knee, hugging the left arm around the right knee. Spinal twist just in sitting. Looking over your shoulder, getting a nice stretch to the back and the neck. Only go as far as you feel comfortable. So if it feels painful or stiff, just don't twist as far, just come out of it a bit. Otherwise, if it feels okay, really try to twist your spine across. Get some rotation through the base of the spine and then all the way up into the neck. And then straighten out the right leg, bend the left leg, hooking that right arm around, twisting from the base of the spine, looking over your shoulder. And then coming back to the center. And then we're going to come onto our side for a few exercises. So if you want to make it harder, just grab hold of one weight, just in the top arm. So we're going to bend the elbow, bend the bottom knee. If you want to, just resting all the way down for this. Otherwise, trying just to do the first few on the elbow. So straighten up the arm so it's in a straight line with your shoulder. Lift the hips up nice and high and lower. Lift and lower, lift and lower. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the hips up, lift the top leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the top leg up, reach the arm out in front. Elbow and knee in together, knee and elbow apart. In together. Really working the obliques with this one. If the elbow and knee don't touch, that's okay. Just reach them towards each other. Good, we have 5 more. 4, 3, keep the hips up. 2, and 1. Lower down. Lift the top leg up, bottom leg to touch for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift the top leg. Try to keep the bottom leg up if you can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Straight into bicycles. 2, 3. Try to keep the bottom leg up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. And then grabbing the back leg or the ankle, stretching out the front of the leg. Then grabbing a weight and switching to the opposite side. Elbow under the shoulder. Make sure it's not too far away like this. It could just pinch the tendons in the shoulder joint. So bending that bottom knee if you can. If you want, you can do legs straight out if you want to make it even harder. Arm just in front here, lifting the hips up and lower. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift the top leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arm and leg reach away from each other. In together and reach away for 2, 3. Really feel the obliques crunch as you reach in. 4, 5. Good. 6, nearly there. 7, 8, 9, and last one. Good. Lowering down. Top leg up, bottom leg to touch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Top leg up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bicycle forward. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grabbing the ankle, stretching out the front of the thigh. And letting go of the ankle, and then we'll come onto our backs and just finish off stretching out the legs. So right knee into the chest, shoulders are relaxed, hugging the knee in nice and tight, just stretching out the hips. And then cross the right ankle over the left knee, grabbing behind the left thigh. Shoulders relaxed, pulling the leg in nice and tight. Then right foot down, straighten up the left leg to stretch the hamstring. And then we'll switch sides and we'll do the other one next. Good. And then left knee to the chest. In nice and tight. And then left ankle over the right knee, grabbing behind the thigh, stretching out the glutes. Then left foot down, straightening up that right leg. Then bending that leg, we'll just flip onto our stomachs, doing a quick stretch for the low back. So either full cobra or modified. Try to keep the hips down. Looking up. And then sitting back onto the heels into child's pose. And then coming back to the center, and we'll finish with that.